you ever heard of Zoom or any apps? They took cars and drove them into rural areas and set up schools right there in the middle of a field, teaching people how to work. We've been doing this since we've been here. Genius, doing something with nothing. In education, in science, in culinary arts. Not long from now, we're going to be at Thanksgiving dinner. And we're going to sit down at a table with food from ingredients that were cast away, that our great-grandparents put together and made a meal out of. Genius. But guess what? Here's what's at stake. Because even in the midst of all that genius, we had to do that when they were trying to kill us and get rid of us at the very same time. So how do you do all that at the same time when your life is in jeopardy? Somebody remember this picture right here? Very famous picture. So much in it. Picture of a black man being stabbed with an American flag. What a Pulitzer Prize. This picture came to me just a couple days ago. I'm writing my book. I have a chapter on Charles Ogletree, famous Harvard law professor, who arrived at Harvard Law School in 1975, the same year as a very contentious time in the city because they were going through a process of busing black students into white neighborhoods and vice versa. And this is in Boston. People wondering, in a place like Boston, you had overt racism? If y'all don't know, y'all ain't been to Boston before. I went to school here. It's tough. But people know this picture, but they don't know the context. This brother's Ted Landsmark. He's a lawyer just walking to court, minding his own business. At the same time, they're having a rally against putting black students in white schools, and this student, who's actually a teenager, takes an American flag and tries to stab him with an American. And so the symbolism of using the American flag to inflict pain on a black person at the expense of you trying to fight for white education, this captivated the country. And so the genius in all of us is to be able to do what we do, and do it in spite of being in jeopardy for our lives. But this is at stake. Right now, people are trying to annihilate racism and use the American flag as defensible. So, let's get to this too. We have to understand that everybody who teaches, we're all unique in some way. And you oftentimes, actually, our superpower is our uniqueness. But we tell people that everybody has to fit in. How you dress, how you move as an educator, that's the goal. But we also erase our powers as educators. Here's the second lie that we tell ourselves: that our dreams have limits. Think about your wildest dream, your own dream. Is there a time stamp on it? Is there... Someone says, hey, what's your dream house look like? Does it have a budget to it? And so, when I think about Roll and Teach, when I first started Roll and Teach, I could have never dreamed where it went. Started off with me just sitting in my house during COVID, had come off a very long string of workshops we had done in my district on men in education. And I sat there trying to figure out how I could celebrate men in education. And I started off saying, I just want to do 100 days hosting male educators for 100 days straight to see if I get the algorithms to be in our favor to say, there are men in education right now doing amazing work. I want to make sure that they get celebrated. And so it started off as an idea, ended up leading to a book, to billboards, to magazine covers, to licensing agreements. Michigan State University right now is in the school store there. All the profits from this year go to scholarship students at Michigan State who want to go into teaching. And so when I dreamed about Real Men Teach, I never dreamed about this because I had my own sort of limitations on it. That all it is just this little thing right here, but I never had people talking to me saying, Kurt, you know it could be bigger. It could be more. And so, when we think about our dreams, We often tell ourselves, as a time stamp, if I don't get it done in the next 2 years, I'll move on. But we have to move in a space where we don't have limits. What else? The truth. Let's speak life into our dreams. How many of y'all have dreams but y'all don't tell nobody about it? Keep it to yourselves. I'm very public about my dreams. I post about them. I will tell you, I want to do this thing. I'll put it on social media, and people say, Curtis, nah, man, what you got to do is, you got to, work in silence, and then when it happens, I said, well, what if somebody could help me? Aren't I robbing them an opportunity to help me? You ever had someone say, hey, I applied, I did this thing, and it didn't work out. Why didn't you tell me? I know somebody who works there. I could have hooked you up. I'm not afraid to put my dreams out there. A couple years ago, I posted, I want a real men teach Sunday in the NFL. I want every coach wearing one on the sideline to declare that we don't have professional athletes unless we have enough educators who pour into those guys before they get to the NFL and college. I did this on my one day I have my you can tell how rudimentary it is. And I posted that. I kept it on my phone. I said, I'm going to have college coaches wearing it. I'm going to make sure people who have the power to influence how men see education, that they wear it every day. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to post about it. And one day somebody's going to hear it. And next thing you know, somebody who actually was in my picture is wearing the gear and actually the head coach of a football team at the University of Maryland. Because I say, no, I'm not going to be shy about my dreams. And some of y'all have dreams that y'all just don't want to tell me about. Y'all are afraid that maybe it'll happen, they'll judge me. But what you're doing is you're keeping opportunity for people actually to help you out. For years I've been saying I want to take real men teach to a new level. And I think about this because the last time I was here, y'all know Treese. You know Treese? Treese Boots, who was here? Last time she prayed for me in front of the entire crowd. I don't know if you remember that. Some of y'all were here. Where's Keith at Keith School?
Right here.
She said, real men teach is going to go places. And because of who you are, I want to put a blessing on your life. I said, wow, that's powerful. I've been talking about what I want to do and how I want to move. And just a month ago, Keith, I'm at a conference. I'm in the back of the room. My brother says, hey, Curtis Valentine, no one teaches in the back. I say, hey, oh, you know who I am? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you. Meet this guy after the meeting. And he asked me a question I'd never heard before. It floored me, and I thought about Treese. He said, Curtis, what would you do if real men teach if money was no object? Yeah. You hear what I said? Somebody said, I have the ability to put resources in your hand to support real men teach, and money is no object. What do you do with that? He was serious. And I told my home, I said, bro, I had this meeting. He says, Curtis, you know what's so funny when I think about it? I realized every dream I have has a budget on it. Every time, and guess what? I had a budget on my dreams too, Keith, until that moment I said, well, you know what? Well, let's just talk in big numbers now. What's possible? If I could dream the way I want to dream. And so I think about how I move because I'm very public about my dreams, and this person must have heard something and put something in his head because guess what? It's going to happen. But you want to play small and play quiet with your stuff. And then when somebody actually does what you had an idea for, you say, well, I had an idea for that same thing. Oh, man. Hold up. What was you waiting for? People want to help you if you let them. And so, you gotta speak life into your dreams. When I first started Real Men Teach, people asked how I started. I was sitting in front of my television, watching something, and I said, I want to text 100 men and ask them to support my initiative. I'm gonna say, hey, I'm starting this new initiative. I would love for you to help. I'm gonna buy a t-shirt, buy a sweatshirt, proceeds from the scholarships. You take one, I'm gonna post you want to change social media. And I often ask the crowds, how many of the 100 men that I asked to help me said yes? How many think said yes? Said all of them. Who says all of them said yes? Who says 20? 30? 40? 50? 60? 70? 80? 100? Every single one of them. And the first response was, Kurt, we're waiting for you. We're waiting for you, bro. We've been watching you for the last year, 2, 3 years, post on social media, organize men, but we've been trying to figure out a way to help you, but thank you for helping me out, helping me help you. Some of y'all have ideas right now that people are watching. They're watching and seeing you do the things you do on social media, and they're saying, as soon as you let me know, I got you. But what you waiting for? I'm trying to figure out how to get in. I just don't know how. You gotta tell me, is it, do I gotta buy one? I gotta share something? I gotta post something? I gotta call somebody? I gotta do a house meeting? I gotta show up for you? But you can't tell me how to get in. But I'm waiting for you, sis. I'm watching you. No one does it like you. And what are you waiting for? Someone else to give you a pass? Someone else to give you, open the door for you? What you waiting for? People ask me, Curtis, what advice would you give somebody who needs to? I said, one word. Yeah, start. Start. You waiting for it to be the right time, the right moment, the right. I'll start in January. No, you won't. Stop it. Stop it. Them gyms be packed January 1st. By January 15th, you like, get out. Start. Y'all wait, y'all playing small while somebody's sitting on y'all dream, but people are saying, no one does it like you. You got $1 million dream sitting right now, and you playing small for who? There's a little lie we tell ourselves to dim your light. Play small, play back. I'm cool. If you follow me on social media, I celebrate people every single day. It brings me so much joy to post somebody. Promotion, graduation, birthday, you name it, I'm shining a light. But oftentimes people will say, hey Kurt, I'm good, I'm good. Don't you gotta do that. What you mean? No, I'm cool. Like, that's not why I do it. I get you. But there are people who are watching, who can be inspired by you, who are seeing what you're doing and see themselves in you, and you playing small doesn't help anybody out. Oh, we're educators. That's not what we're going to do. We didn't get into this work to be the center of attention. It's about the babies. I told you at the beginning, it's about the kids. This is about you. You staying in this profession, you sticking around, you choosing yourself, but also staying. And so if you're gonna dim your light, that's what you're gonna get out of here. You need to leave. We're all trying to figure out how to inspire our children. And we think that if we just there every day, that's enough. One of the most profound quotes I've ever heard was this idea that don't ask what the world needs. Do what makes you come alive. Because what the world needs is more people who come alive. Your children can tell. Your students, your coworkers can tell how your eyes light up, how your voice changes when you talk about certain things. When you talk about certain topics, they'll tell you certain topics, even now as we're adults, you think about your favorite subject as a kid, in college, in high school. I guarantee you a part of it is because the professor, the teacher, was so excited about the topic. There's something about that topic for them got them so excited, their voice changed, their eyes lit up, but things they didn't care about, they were very, you can tell there's no energy, zero. And so, my question to you is, what is that thing that makes you come alive? What's that one topic, that one story, that one part of that period in history, that thing that says, when I talk about it, I can talk about it forever. And my children can tell, my students can tell when I talk about it, they can see the look on my face. And I want them to find that same look on their face when it comes to a topic. got to show up the way we see ourselves in our fullest self. We wake up every morning sometime, and we wake up, and we put on a mask. We do. But guess what? You ever had a student see you outside of school? Mr. Johnson, what in the world? Is that you, Mr. Marshall? I had no idea. Not you. Julie, like, hey, bro, hey, you know what it is. 30 days a week. You ever meet somebody in the grocery store? Hold on. You even sound different. That ain't you. And you say, well, I'm not in school right now. But you told me to be myself. You told me, I don't believe you anymore, Mr. Johnson. You told me to show up for myself, but you're the one who's speaking. And guess what? Our students, they can tell. Try to think about it. I know I was coming in I taught 8th grade. The student can tell when you're having a bad day before you can. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing fine. No, you're not. I can tell you're different. You had a bad morning. And then they get real emotional. Because now you know they can see. Oh yeah, they can tell. Because they're not sort of blurred by all the... They see through all that. You're not being who you are. You're telling me to be who I am? I don't believe you anymore. And so here's the truth. Where's Sam at? This is what he do every day. Pop your what? Hey! That's the truth. Don't hide. Take up space. Be who you are. When they see Sam, when they see Julie, when they see educated, they're like, you know what? Okay. I'll teach them how to be like you. I'll do this work if I can show up as I am and not have to put on this face because I'm seeing thickness every single day. My parents do it. I see it in church. I see it at school. And y'all are telling me to show up and I don't believe you. And so guess what? Sis, take up space. Wear your hair. Say what you want to say. Do the things you do because if that's how you show up, it's contagious. Your children see yourself. They'll say, you know what? If you can do it, I can too. What does it look like? It looks like you choosing yourself every single day, every single class, and you choose yourself, students will choose themselves. What does it look like? It looks like you writing that book. That's what it looks like. It looks like you showing up for yourself. What does it look like? It looks like you making that album. Be yourself. I can see it. What does it look like? You go to the gym. Take care of yourself. Be fit. But keep that. You walk away? I live a little longer. What does it look like? It looks like joy. It looks like favor all my life because I can see it in you. I can see it in myself. What does it look like? It looks like us showing up like this. I'm who I am. I love it. I love this. What does it look like? It looks like how our students see themselves. And so they know what faithfulness looks like, but they also know what authenticity looks like. They know what joy looks like. They know what beauty looks like. They can see it in our faces. They know what it looks like when you're trying to fake it. No. This is what it looks like. We go higher. Joy, Sam. They want to be in your class. I want to be where people love what they do and they love themselves because it's contagious. I love it. And because that's what? It rubs off on everybody around you. Because if you've been around Julie and Sam, you can't be around him and not also feel like, you know what? Bro, I can be myself around you, bro. I love it. That's why I'm coming back here. Because ain't nobody in this room paid while you're here. Well, next time I'm coming to classes next time, Julie. I'm going to say, hey, you walk in the classroom. Oh. Why you, hold on, what? At Amplify, you didn't look like that. At Amplify, you didn't sound like that. At Amplify, you wasn't moving like that. Why are you moving different? Well, you know I'm at school now. Let me get you recorded this speech again. I told you to choose you because everybody else benefits. I told you to choose you because you choose you, you'll start that business. You'll go to grad school. You'll start that clothing line. You'll write that book. These are the things that you'll do when you choose yourself. But when you choose yourself, they'll see the light in you and decide to do the same thing. You ain't got to be 30, 40 years old to write a book. Just students can do that right now. We got high school kids starting their own clothing line. We got high school kids writing books. We got people doing these things right now, but you're waiting to figure it out? We got teachers who are social media influencers with 1 million followers. You're like, you know what? I could do that way better. And what are you waiting for? Playing small for who? Stop faking. Walk in your truth, because guess what? Students can spot a fake a mile away. So, here's the gist. You playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so others feel secure around you. Won't feel insecure. I gotta be me. I'm sorry. You can say I'm bragging. You can call me arrogant. I'm just who I am. I'm blessed. I can't help it. What you want me to do? As you let your own light shine, you indirectly get permission to do the same. When you walk into your classroom and your students are feeling some kind of way, ask yourself, how am I showing up for them? What do they see in me every day when they walk into my classroom? How am I showing up? If my babies can't see beauty in themselves, is it because I'm not seeing beauty in myself first? You ain't gotta say nothing like that. I know what I do. So guess what? They'll thank you later. Yeah, you around me, I pop my, hey, you'll thank me later. Just come around me. Cool, let's go out, we'll show. You will say, you know what, I'll give you permission to also shine. Guess what? I know it may feel uncomfortable at the beginning, but guess what? The next time you go out and you move different, you'll thank me when I get there.